Now, this is breaking news from the WCCO Live Desk on CBS News Minnesota.
I'm Maria Lizignoli, and right now we're monitoring breaking news out of Minneapolis. Just before noon today, there was a large police presence in the area of Lake Street and Stevens Avenue. We have heard reports about a possible shooting. Here's Police Chief Brian O'Hara with more from the scene.
Today at approximately 11:10 a.m., officers from Minneapolis Police responded to multiple reports of shots fired near Lake Street and Stevens Avenue. Officers located 4 men, all adults with apparent gunshot wounds. One man had life-threatening injuries. He was located halfway down the walkway behind me. 2 had non-life-threatening gunshot wounds that were located inside of the transit center. One with non-life-threatening gunshot wound was located near Lake and Stevens. The man with a life-threatening gunshot wound and one of the non-life-threatening gunshot wounds were transported to Hennepin Healthcare. The other 2 men with non-life-threatening gunshot wounds were transported to North Memorial Medical Center. Officers within the last half hour located a 5th man near Lake Street and First Avenue with minor injuries. He refused medical aid. Investigators are working to determine the sequence of events that led up to this shooting. We have been given conflicting accounts of what has happened here. But preliminary information indicates that shots were fired near the Greenway, and additional shots were fired on the ramp behind me, closer to Lake Street. This particular ramp and this immediate area has been notable for crime and violence recently. On August 18th, a woman was shot on the Greenway behind me. On August 22nd, 2 men were shot near Lake Street and Stevens Avenue. Additionally, we've had other crime problems in the immediate vicinity along this corridor. Both of those previous shooting cases are active and open. This area involves multiple jurisdictions, as obviously the transit center is owned by the Metro Transit Council, the walkway behind me owned by the state DOT, and the Greenway as well, separate property. The MPD has been working with all of those entities and actually had a meeting last week trying to address the problems around people congregating in this area. I'm told that the walkway behind me is cleaned twice a day, and as you can see, there's a huge volume of garbage and debris still, despite that cleaning. I've spoken with the mayor since I've been on the scene here, and I've told him that we need to take immediate action to shut this walkway down because it's been causing such a problem with just a high volume of people congregating here that are using drugs, and then the associated problems that happen both at the transit center and along the Lake Street corridor. So we have obviously very limited information, but I can take questions that you have. Yep. So the question was, would we call this an encampment? This is not an encampment, but we do have dozens and dozens of people here every day. I'm told that they will leave when folks are here cleaning, and that the cleaning happens twice a day, but then they immediately come back. So the question was, what were the victims doing at the time? The one victim with life-threatening injuries was found still on the walkway about halfway down. 2 other individuals were actually found inside the tower at the transit center. And we have gotten conflicting accounts from everyone involved, so we're not sure what actually happened. There's 2 sets of, just to be clear though, there's 2 sets of discharged shell casings. The majority of them are actually on the Greenway, so at the end of the walkway, and then there's some other shell casings closer to us on this actual walkway behind us. A few dozen. altogether.
Do you know how many shooters? And were they in a car or not?
So, question was how many shooters? We have been told that someone was in a car shooting. We don't have evidence to corroborate that. It's obvious that at least one person was on the Greenway shooting. We don't know if that was the same person that was on the Greenway that then ran up this way and continued to fire, or if it was more than one person. We just don't know that yet.
And then I just want to clarify, you're advocating to the mayor to shut this walkway down?
Yeah, this walkway has been terrible, as I'm sure anyone who lives down here or has been through here can tell you. It's a whole lot of people congregating that are using drugs. It's all kinds of garbage and debris. And then, we believe that this disorder is contributing to other problems that the community has been experiencing on Lake Street, particularly as you go east on Lake Street from here. And it's been a concentration of reports that we've had with persons with a gun, robbery reports, and just other issues. We've had a number of shootings in the last 28 days, not far from where we are. So yes, we believe this situation is just contributing to the overall crime problem, and the easiest thing to do is just to shut it down and clean this up.
Doesn't that just move it a block that way or a block that way?
So the high concentration of people here, yes, there could be other spots where people could congregate, but for whatever reason, whether it's the layout here, the transit center right next to it, the way the businesses are, it's obvious that this particular location is different from others in the city in terms of crime.
I've heard of a large number of weapons fired. Is this another case of a high-capacity magazine?
So we don't know if this is a case of high-capacity magazines, but certainly by the number of rounds being fired, if it all was from one weapon, yes. It obviously would be, because we're talking about dozens of rounds, literally. It could be, I should say, it could be.
As of now, all 4 victims are still alive?
Yes. So the question was, all 4 victims are still alive? It's actually 5, because we proactively identified somebody that we think has a graze wound that just refused all medical aid. So I would consider it 5, 4 non-life-threatening, and 1 person with very serious life-threatening injuries.
Can you say where that person
Hennepin, oh, I'm sorry.
where they were shot?
I believe it's either the head or the neck.
Did you find the person that did it? I mean, do you guys have any idea? Any ideas?
Well, the question was finding the person who did it. Excuse me. We've gotten a number of conflicting stories that do not go together. So right now it's a matter of reviewing a lot of the video evidence and collecting evidence at the scene, and then following that to its logical conclusion. I don't have ages of the victims, but they're all adults and they're all male, I believe. Right? Yeah, so all adult men. I just don't have information to say. I don't know why this occurred. Don't know enough to say that it was targeted. But again, there's a dense concentration of people here. So if you're firing dozens of rounds into an area where there's a dense concentration of people, there's a likelihood you're going to hit someone that's not intended.